Dame, dame, dame,
Alright.
dame,
Stop. 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Getting By with Zeta Psi. I will be your moderator today. My name is Christian Feig. This episode is being recorded on September 15th. Why don't we get a quick intro from the three guys on the couch? Give us your name, give us a little something about you.
My name's JJ Jackson. I've been running this joint since 2 podcasts ago. This is the third one.
I'm Matthew Fryer, and it's my first time on the podcast, and I'm the longest active member of this chapter.
My name is Brodie Hamilton, and I have a chronic virus that hasn't left my body since 1987.
Congratulations.
Sounds
Thanks.
good. Joining us as well is Sean, our president. Why don't you give us a little hi over there?
Hello, I'm just here to fact check.
Thanks, Sean.
Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
So, why don't you guys tell us a bit about your movie watching this quarantine?
Yeah, it's been a weird one. I work at a theater. I've got to be on the front lines and stuff. Don't go see movies. Don't do it. It's not worth it. There's nothing out. It's very dangerous. Don't do it. Why would you do it? Why are you thinking about doing it? Don't do it.
What movies are in the theater right now?
Okay, let me think. There's Tenet.
Oh, yeah.
There's Tenet. There's Tenet. And there's New Mutants.
New Mutants.
It's New Mutants. It's this X-Men movie that was in development since like 2016, and Fox got bought out during the production of it, and then Disney just backburnered it because they didn't want it, and they've been pushing back the release date for like 4 years. It finally came out, so they cut their losses during COVID. Macy Williams, you know, like Game of Thrones girl, yeah, she's like 15 in the movie, and it's like hilarious. You go watch like Game of Thrones season 8, and she's like fully grown, like 20 years old.
Yeah, isn't she like 42 in real life?
Yeah, no, she's actually like, you know those anime characters that are 9,000 years old?
Yeah.
Macy Williams is one
Yeah,
of
she's
those.
like that.
Yeah.
And that has Anya Taylor-Joy as well. That's
Yeah.
from The Witch.
Yeah, no, Anya Taylor-Joy, fantastic
Oh.
actress. I don't know who tricked her into this role because she's fucking bad in this movie. Sorry, I said a bad word. Anya Taylor-Joy is not a good actor in this movie. Yeah.
Our fact checker has a fact. for us.
Macy Williams is actually 23.
That's false.
That's what the media wants you to believe. Yeah, no, it's a weird place out there, and like even a lot of creators are starting to push against you going to see their films. A lot of indie creators have their movies coming out over the next couple months here and advising people, don't go see it. We sold this to a distribution company a year ago, and they're putting it out now. Wait for it to come out on VOD. Or my movie is not worth your life. Like, I think it's called Synchronicity or something. There's a new movie coming out later this year on VOD. It's a very similar idea. It's just this new sci-fi movie that came out, and all the creators are just like, guys, do not go see our movie in theaters. It's a terrible idea.
You will die.
You will die.
Bro,
And,
imagine if instead of like the spread of COVID, it was like spreading a different disease. What would be like the worst disease that you could possibly spread through the public?
AIDS?
Yeah.
Something with diarrhea.
Can you imagine, like-
AIDS?
Dysentery?
Why would you have to imagine it? It happened. It still happens.
What, you're spreading AIDS in movie theaters?
Oh.
Did you ever hear that, like, fucking, that, urban legend about the guy sitting down at, like, a movie theater and then he gets pricked by a needle and has AIDS in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was
nice.
just, like, in general, like, a prick of a needle, like, AIDS thing. I remember that as a kid.
Dude, I used to get scared when I went to, like, gas station bathrooms and, like, sat down on the toilet to take, like, a dump or something, because I'd be so scared that, like, it was infected. And I remember being, like, 12 years old, like, researching, like, STD symptoms and being like, I got it!
I remember...
staring at your hand, like...
I remember when I was a kid, I just, like, I couldn't understand what AIDS and HIV were, and I watched a lot of South Park as a kid. Don't do it. And there's this one episode where Stan gets a blood transfusion, or no, Cartman gets a blood transfusion, and the blood had AIDS in it. And so now he has to live with having AIDS. And, like, as a kid, watching this episode with no freaking clue what AIDS was, doing it for you kids, like, it was just this weird... I just didn't understand it or get it. All the commentary about, like, gay culture and gay communities just over my head.
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, now I'm 21 years old looking back at it, and I'm like, huh, I watched that as a kid.
And now for Deep Cuts with JJ.
There's a little scene in Xavier Renegade Angel, if you guys ever watched that show. There's in it, he walks up to the CIA.
Deep cuts.
Yeah. he walks up to the CIA and he's just like, hey, gotta get some of that disease that you guys made? AIDS? No, the other one. Oh, you mean crack? And he gives him a fucking like big... no, it's crack and then AIDS. So he takes this big 2-liter of like liquid AIDS and he goes and like delivers it to like the local watering hole or something and he poisons the water filled with AIDS.
Dude, like, I feel like AIDS has just completely left my mind because I just get shot back into like 2008 playing Call of Duty and just being like, oh, I fucking hate this. It's AIDS. This is AIDS. This fucking gun is AIDS. I hate the AIDS syrup.
Subscribe to Brodie's Call of Duty YouTube channel.
Can we pull it up real quick?
Brodie will break down the top 10 racial slurs used in Call of Duty. You won't believe number 3.
Can we pull it up? Can we pull up a Dark Magic Panda on YouTube, please?
Dark Magic Panda.
I don't think you're gonna be able to find it through Google, bud.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through YouTube. It's
Well,
pretty good.
while our fact checker's working on that, Xavier Renegade Angel, you brought up a good point about like, you just reminded me that like the indie scene is really blown up a lot over like COVID and stuff that we've seen. No one has time to get a big film crew together. Whenever they do, Robert Pattinson gets COVID-19. It's sad.
Did he actually get
Yeah,
it?
he did on the set of The Batman.
Wanna know
7
why
days
he's
into
gonna
filming.
survive, though? He's gonna survive because he's so handsome.
Yeah, no, Robert Pattinson's lungs are made of 100% I want to bang him.
No, he. No, he's just a vampire. That's why.
Do you
Yeah,
wanna know
no.
why Tom Hanks survived COVID?
Unfortunately, we will never know why JJ thinks that Tom Hanks survived COVID, but I don't think we want to.
This got derailed in 3 minutes.
Is that a new record? Can we get a Guinness World Record check?
What other movies came out recently?
Oh shit! Did you guys see? I'm thinking of ending things.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm really, really excited. I'm probably going to watch it this weekend.
I can't talk about it then because it's like so fucking
I'm so excited
outlandish.
for it. I think my favorite thing I've heard about that movie is one of the reviewers I watch on YouTube said, like, I'm really excited about this movie. It's definitely in my top 10 list for 2020. But honestly, with the amount of movies coming out, so is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah, Sonic came out during COVID.
Yeah, so it's been a bizarre time for movies. But
Wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog like the #1 top grossing superhero film to ever come out?
no, not at all.
No, not counting like Endgame or anything like that.
Not
It's
at
like-
all. It's Black Panther for like a solo like superhero film. Black
I
Panther is
thought
the
it was
highest grossing.
Sonic the Hedgehog like grossed something. Yeah, $146 million.
That's not a lot. Like a big superhero movie breaks about $100 million on its opening.
When did it
weekend.
come out? Like what month?
It did say worldwide it was in the billions, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so domestic growth of
did you guys actually watch the like
650
fucking Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
No, I just lived his life because I'm different. I just go fast all the time.
Yeah.
I've disjointedly watched the movie like 4 times, either like through my shifts or through people watching it in the background. I don't get the hype. Like I thought it was bad the second it came out, and like people keep coming at me and saying like, "Yo, you're not a true Sonic fan." It's like, homie, I used to stay up every night playing Sonic Unleashed on my Wii.
He goes to a bar
Did you
with
ever
the
play-
dude.
did you
He
ever
goes to a
play-
country bar and like gets drunk in the movie. Like it's fucking weird.
And then he does like
freezes
he
time.
does the
Oh, he goes
Quicksilver
really
thing,
fast.
yeah, and he like runs around the bar, and he's just like playing pranks on everyone. I think one of our other brothers, Jerry, summed it up well. It's a movie about God trying to grapple with reality, and although this hedgehog has the power to solve every issue in this movie at an instance, he chooses not to, and I think that's the real story.
He's humbling himself to the level of humans.
What's the guy's name? What's the guy's like actor name?
Dr. Eggman?
No,
I would say Jim Carrey, dumbass.
I'm trying to
But
think.
I forget his name. He's such an forgettable name.
the voice actor for Sonic.
No, the character.
no.
Who's the
The
male
guy.
character in Sonic?
Oh, the white guy.
I hate him. I've hated him in every movie he's in. His face bothers me.
Just full cast and crew, 2020. Pull it up.
Bet you his name's Jeff.
Tom! His name is Tom, and his
Okay,
real name is
James
James Marsden.
Yo, click James Marsden, please.
What else has he been in?
He's been in a few.
I know his face. It's like, but it's also like the kind of face where you're like,
Dude,
oh, Hairspray!
Enchanted!
Oh my god, he was
And he's
Cyclops
Cyclops
in
in
X?
Dude fell.
That's the second time we've come to the X-Men franchise today, and we didn't even intend to.
Yeah.
What else was he in?
Taco Bell, nacho
Westworld.
fries, retrieval.
Dude, like,
Bro, that's me and JJ today. Oh my fuck. Okay, this is totally off topic. JJ and I go to Taco Bell, they changed the menus. We can't get build our own box meal anymore.
yeah. Fuck Taco Bell. I don't know what
please.
fast food I'm on now.
Anchorman 2.
Me neither.
Man, this guy was in a fair.
Was he in Anchorman 1?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
just Anchorman.
Dude, isn't Days of Future Past? It's... Yo, what the fuck?
He's in 30 Rock.
Okay, whatever. James Marsden is a better actor than we thought.
Doesn't matter. Also,
I hope you guys have been having a good school season. The only person I hope has a terrible week is James Marsden. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
James Marsden, if you're out there, I know you are. I know you're one of the 30 views we get on this podcast. Take better acting jobs. I see your potential.
Dude.
I know what you can do.
Yo, do you guys think that, like, when they're filming movies where, like, one of the characters is animated, like, Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and, like, Sonic, do you think, like, that main actor just looks schizophrenic because they're just like, hey, Sonic guy, you have to go over there, dude! And, he's talking to nothing because there's, like, no replacement for the creature.
I actually really hate watching, like, Justin Roiland record, like, Rick and Morty or some shit, and he's just, like, completely stone cold, just like, oh my god, Rick, why? Why did you do that? Like, just no facial movements, like, barely.
Like,
back to JJ's point, they'll often have somebody in a mocap suit.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah,
I
no,
forgot.
there's some really funny instances you can see of that. I think, like, in the Guardians of the Galaxy behind-the-scenes footage, the Rocket Raccoon is voiced by Bradley Cooper, but he's entirely mocapped by Sean Gunn, which is the director's brother. And there's this, like, really funny shot from the end of the first movie where, like, Rocket Raccoon is sitting there and he's holding, like, Groot's stick, spoilers, and Dave Bautista comes up and, like, wraps his arm around him, and you look at the behind the scenes, and it's just Sean Gunn looking really sad in a mocap suit, and then Dave Bautista in his full, like, makeup just, like, patting him on the back, and it's the most bizarre thing.
My, like, favorite is, like, the classic, and it's the Flash behind-the-scene videos where they're just like, gotta go.
No, there's another one I remember from, like, the Flash Supergirl crossover. They released this clip where he does this thing where he, like, spins his arms really fast to make, like, tornado arms, and you look at it without the special effects, and he's like, get away, I'll protect you!
Oh, yeah!
Can we post in tornado arms for
You know,
me?
like, Superwoman, like, the shitty, have you seen that? Like, the Superwoman TV show? How bad it is? Like, the fucking CGI on that is so dog shit.
Dude, no CW superhero TV show is good. I swear to God,
Yeah.
they're just, like, they're cheap dramas, and someone's in a costume. Like,
My favorite scene from The Flash was when Ezra Miller chokeslammed that woman for aggressing him.
And now, a visual representation of Ezra Miller.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight?
What the fuck?
I don't promote violence against women.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, no, special effects are weird.
Ezra Miller sucks.
I think the last thing I want to talk about before we move on from movies, y'all seen that Dune trailer?
Yeah, that shit looks...
Like, Dune, man, I never read the books. I feel like nothing ever sucked me into them.
Y'all,
And
like,
seeing
y'all,
Timothy
like, talk
Chalamet
about
in those
Dune-
tight clothes, and I'm like, I think I gotta go read this book.
Dude, every time people talk about reading Dune, they're like, yeah, I'm totally gonna read Dune. Oh my god, like, have you heard of Dune? Like, I think I'm gonna read it. Like, I think I'm gonna take time to read Dune. Like, isn't it a long-ass book?
Yeah, but it's like one book. It's not a
Yeah.
colossal series you need to trek through or
Yeah, but the
anything.
Colossal series, at least, like, they're kind of short. Like, Dune does not give you breaks. It's like,
Yeah,
you're
the
literally...
issue with-
I hate big books like
No,
that.
the issue with Dune is, like, the fucking author, whatever, fucking Joe Author, whatever his fucking name is.
Who wrote Dune?
Yeah, fucking at the back of it, there's like a huge, book of his own words that he came up with. So like you have Frank Herbert.
Frank Herbert.
Imagine being named Herbert.
Well, what was I gonna say about fucking Dune? God, wasn't there another movie that they already like tried? It's like a really hard movie to film.
They made a
isn't it?
Dune movie.
Yeah, they made a Dune movie in like 1984.
Yeah.
But like they
It's a
didn't
Lynch
have
movie.
the special effects, the budget, or the sci-fi backing to like
Yeah.
actually make the movie they wanted to make.
The cast on it was insane.
Yeah, Colin
But the
Farrell.
cast on this new one, holy crap!
Yeah, but for such a low budget '80s movie, it was insane. Especially for a movie that flopped so hard. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dame Judi Dench was in it.
The best thing I've heard described about like the old Dune compared to like what's being done now is the old Dune really, really suffered from trying to emulate other sci-fis of the time.
Patrick
Like,
Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart was in it.
oh my god.
What the fuck?
Kyle
What?
MacLachlan was in it
Patrick
too.
Stewart existed before like.
Dude, Patrick Stewart was in the Elder Scrolls 4.
Oh my god.
Do you know the trailer when he's just like, "Today is the fourth, whatever, of last
Sting.
seed."
Y'all ever see,
Sting
like-
was in Dune?
What?
It was-
What is that name? Honorado Magaloni.
Oh god. Oh damn.
Oh god. Yeah. Well,
Anyways,
is he dead?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just really excited to see like a really cool new sci-fi adaptation like put up on the big screen. That's like you don't see a lot of movies these days that aren't just like trying to be something new and in your face. And Denis Villeneuve, the director on it, like has a 100% batting record.
Yeah, it's been
Blade
a
Runner
while.
2049.
Yeah.
Like, what else has he done? Sicario, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
It's been a
lot of
while
good
since we've
movies.
gotten like a really like pretty well known book rendition or book used for a movie kind of thing, because most of the time like it's just been like Infinity War where it's just like the comics sort of, and then also like what's the fucking dude's name screenwriting everything that everyone kind of hates in Disney or Marvel, I guess.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell
Man,
ya.
I fell on Marvel. Endgame happened, and it was like it couldn't have been farther out of my head. Like, and to be fair, like it's been a long time since we had a Marvel
Oh no, it
movie.
was the Star Wars guy that everyone didn't like.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my name.
I love J.J. Abrams. Bad Robot is a great production company. J.J. Abrams, I know you're watching this. You're one of our 30 viewers. I have tons of scripts for you. Come hit me up.
Oh god, I watched this movie that like is not it does not follow up well in the times. It's called Lawnmower Man. And it's with every time I forget his name. Do you remember his name? James Bond character.
Daniel Craig.
No.
Sean
Older.
Connery.
No.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
There you
It's
go.
Pierce Brosnan playing this like VR scientist. And in the movie it's actually sick because they actually have like he's wearing the VR headset and it looks identical to like VR headsets that we have now. So I think it was inspired. But you have Pierce Brosnan playing this like psychologist who's into VR, and his wife hates him because all he does is he sits in this like VR game all the time, and his like neighbor is this simple man who just like mows lawns for like the neighbors, and he has like this abusive priest father character, I think. And so Pierce Brosnan takes him in, and he's like, hey man, like play this game, and he's really bad at it in comparison to like this 12-year-old kid that he's like befriended. And the 12-year-old kid's like, you're gonna get so much better, you can do it. And so he keeps working with Pierce Brosnan, and Pierce Brosnan starts drugging him to make him smarter, I guess. And then he slowly gets smarter and smarter until he like starts transcending and like hating humanity for its disgustingness, and he's trying to like get into the game to like control everyone's telephones and shit. It's terrible film. Can you
Man,
like, look up a picture from the Lawnmower Man? Like you just gotta see this.
Sci-fi is really weird too, because like with sci-fi you're always walking this really difficult line of am I being pretentious or like what?
Horrifying.
No,
Oh,
yeah, this movie's like
God.
fucking horrifying. Oh, it's also a Stephen King book.
Novel?
Yeah, a novel, yeah.
I bet you this is one of the movies where he's like, I have nothing to do with
It
this.
is one of those movies. It totally is. He does not.
Dude, it looks like a shitty Tron.
Yeah.
Dude, Tron's not that good.
No, I'm talking about the
It's-
old Tron.
Tron's not that good.
It for sure, like, you know, shocked me. It was an interesting one.
Yeah, this movie definitely looks like it exists, and that upsets me more than anything. Yeah, but we got Dune coming out. You know, we don't got a lot of time left. What else do we got coming out this year? Wonder Woman 1984.
That's gonna be
That
shit.
got delayed.
No way, 1984 is coming out?
No, it got delayed because, you know, Tenet came out and grossed $20 million worldwide. Not, for any of you who know anything about movies, it's not a lot. That's an egregiously low number.
Oh, so like they're not.
So now Wonder Woman saw this and was like, get us out of our October release date, and they pushed it back to Christmas, which probably means Dune's getting delayed too, because that's another Warner Brothers release. So yeah, no, it's bad. It's tough time, and like even myself working at a movie theater, like our managers are like, they have no clue what they're gonna do. Like Disney going to home release, like movie theaters opened up for Tenet,
Yeah.
and it's not bringing in the money they need.
I didn't think it would. Like, who's going to?
No one thought it would. The only person who thought it would was Christopher Nolan, and
But you guys
Everyone's
think
gonna
that's
wanna
the
see this
best
movie.
like name for an actor?
I had a friend of mine in junior high, and his name was Jacob Alexander Craig Simmons, and I was like, dude, you should be an actor.
Sometimes I think about like the potential names for my children, and I always want them to begin with a J, but I feel like if I was to name them something really specific, like James Jackson, that's a fucking porn star name.
Oh no.
You could do like an AJ.
Maybe. Aaron,
Do like-
Aaron Jackson, Aaron Johnson.
Just birth another Jake Gyllenhaal. That's my favorite actor name.
Jake
Gyllenhaal, that's a good one.
Yeah, I watched him in Zodiac. Zodiac's a good movie. Came out,
Zodiac
like,
is so
2004.
good.
Speaking of Jake Gyllenhaal,
Have you guys seen that photo of Jake Gyllenhaal looking in the back of the car seat, and he's just like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Did any of you guys see The Day After Tomorrow or whatever it's called? The Day After Tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's called The Day After Tomorrow.
yeah,
Day after tomorrow. Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't get into a lot of like 80s horror, or like, I guess that's early 2000s.
So this is not 80s. Jake Gyllenhaal was not alive for that long.
I don't know, man. He looks immortal. I'm pretty sure he's immortal.
Yeah.
Alright, let's wrap
How
up.
old's
Going
Jake
down.
Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal is 36.
A conversation then grew to be unkept, like a disgusting wood full of mildew and poop. But I just wanted to give a fact. Did you know that Jake Gyllenhaal is actually 40? Let's return to the show.
Three, two, guys, come on. 3, 2, 1. All right, that was quite the tangent. How about we get into a new topic here? Let's talk about the gaming during quarantine. It's been pretty different. We've seen a couple games rise and fall.
Yeah, I think it's been weird. Like, you came into COVID, and none of us just knew what to do. I feel like for the last 4 years of my life, I've spent trying to work video games out of my life and like playing them less and like being like, you know what, I need to make time for other things. And then this hit, and like all of that repression was gone. All of those inhibitions, they left my body. But like, you know, it's been good. I think I'm more in touch with a part of myself that I lost a little bit growing up. And I think it's been really fun, like, finally being able to use our Zeta Discord to communicate with each other and meet up and being able to open that thing up and always find someone in a voice call. It's this weird experience of our common areas are moving online. And, like, the things we used to do together in person, we've moved those online too. Like, online gaming has become this really weird social sphere now.
Yeah, I feel like I don't play a lot of video games. Like, often as much as like everyone else does, and so I just love it. Like every time I see people in the group and I just come in, I just scream or something and then talk for a second, and everyone's like, "Oh, do you want to like come play this game with us?" And I'm like, "No."
And then you leave the call.
Game bad, book good.
Game bad, book good.
You ever read the Bible?
Yes.
Let's not go down that path. I'm gonna squash that right now.
Yeah, sorry, Christian. We won't talk about it. Bible Book Club next week.
P37 West Road Northwest 3458.
Boop, beep, beep, beep.
Anyway, so
Right.
a game that I have been playing a lot is League of Legends.
Yeah, I just got into it recently.
I have been like literally playing this game for the past 8 years. This is I think this is a message for me playing League again.
Sorry, our fact checkers pulled up a couple Bible verses.
Psalm 55:22.
But
Alright.
I've been like playing this game for so long. I'm pretty sure I've spent like more than thousands of dollars on just like skins and shit, and so it's like one of those games that I always like return to after a while. Usually it's just to grind to like gold. That's all I do. It's just because I want to get the skin or whatever, like play it for a good bit and then get tired of it. And I got fucking tired of it right away.
You know what? You reminded me when you were talking about like spending money on games, and like I've been pretty good about that. I think ever since I moved to PC gaming, I don't spend nearly as much money on games. But I remember when I was in grade 12 and I was still on my PS4, but a wee child.
That's where you buy microtransactions.
Can we get like a picture of me in grade 12 up right here? Yeah, no, it was a time I used to play a lot of Overwatch. And this is when loot boxes were becoming popular.
No.
And I didn't have a lot of friends in grade 12, and so my routine when I got my paycheck was
This is a common denominator with loot box buyers.
I had to like I would walk down to the local Mac store with my paycheck, and I would buy like a $50 Blizzard card, and I would come home and I would open 200 loot boxes.
I hate that.
Oh my god.
And I did that like at least 4 times to my memory. I did that.
Well, mine was like the same. It was like I'd get home from like my McDonald's shift, like, or I'd get my paycheck from McDonald's when I was working there when I was like 14. I'd go and I'd just buy like Riot points.
I would buy, like,
And then I'd
cases
ask for
in
them for
CS:GO.
Christmas. It's like my aunt was like, "What do you want?" Because she used to give me Club Penguin memberships for my birthday when I was like way younger. And she's like, "Well, what game do you play now?" I'm like, "League of Legends." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, give me Riot points.
You know, I think something that's been nice in the gaming realm that's kind of gotten us out of this microtransaction hell is I've really liked the upcoming of like season passes.
Oh yeah.
I think Fortnite really started that trend, but some other games I've been playing like Dauntless and Fall Guys and stuff have really taken to that
Warzone
model.
has the same thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like it because like you pay and you're gonna get something out of it like very directly. It's all gameplay focused, and the idea is that you pay to play. You don't just pay to get things and have them. You pay to like open the full experience of this game, and I find I think it's the best way you can do this games as a service model that I think we're doomed to have to be stuck in for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Love capitalism.
But yeah, no, I think it's pretty cool, and I think the one thing I really like about it is it promotes like ongoing development and updates to their game. Speaking of ongoing development and updates to their game, Fall Guys Season 2 comes out in 2 weeks.
There's seasons of Fall Guys.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like Fortnite or Dauntless.
Oh my god, they have a season pass for Fall
No, it's
Guys?
not. It's not seasonal. Like you just
Oh.
pay, you buy the game, and every season they put in new things and update it.
Okay,
And-
okay.
Yeah. It's not buying every individual season.
Okay.
It's like
But it-
Tarkov.
Yeah, it's a neat model. Like they're constantly promoting like this update of content. And yeah, I'd like to see more games kind of take that on. It almost gives you some reliability as a consumer to be like, that's how long I have to wait till I get new content in this
It's also
game.
like replayability too.
Yeah. Like Dauntless. Played the crap out of that game in the summer. And then I put it down for a while, and every time a new pass comes up, like I pop back into it for a couple weeks, and it's nice. I like having a game that pulls me in this low commitment way, but still makes me feel like I'm always being rewarded.
I feel like every single game is like kind of realizing that there's a reason why Call of Duty is such a fucking massive success all the time.
Dude, it's prestigious.
It's because you're prestiging, or you're like you're getting shit through getting achievements.
You can always play that game and have a little bit more content to squeeze out of it. The game is designed that you could sit there and play nothing but this game, and you would live your life happy. Like, look at this kid over here. He doesn't play enough Call of Duty, and he's miserable.
But yeah, I feel like every other game like kind of realized that just throwing shit to buy, or like maybe even forcing you to like pay to win a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's the loot boxes that
not
get to
really,
me.
The loot boxes were like a big thing for a bit because it was like the whole like mystery.
Yeah, no, they were a big thing for a bit until the UK started being like, isn't this child gambling? And started putting up a bunch of new laws that were like, you have to release the odds of your loot boxes, and they have to be priced to a certain amount.
I don't like this anymore.
No, it was like the
laws.
UK law going like, hey, what the hell is this?
It was the EU.
Yeah, EU.
Yeah,
Pre-Brexit.
In GTA 5, they added the casino, and you can buy money using shark cards, and then you can go to the casino. Technically, you're gambling away your real life money.
Were they doing the ban right when all that shit was coming out with like what the fuck? Allier when Allier was like sponsoring like gambling content.
This would have been
and, like all of the other YouTubers.
This would have been like
accidentally...
2017, 2018.
Yeah, that's right around the time.
The big switch was when Battlefront 2 came out, because one of the big issues that changed with the release of Battlefront 2 is they started putting game-changing mechanics behind loot boxes. So before that point, EA in particular had avoided doing that, and it was mostly cosmetic things that were stuck behind loot boxes that you could pay real money to earn. But with the release of Battlefront 2, we started getting things like specific incineration grenades and stuff like that that were very good and pretty much desperately needed for you to win a game.
Well, I think more of the problem is look at Overwatches, for example. When you open an Overwatch loot box, think about the lights you hear, think about the sounds you hear. Like, it's a slot machine. Yeah. And everything about that is designed to make you want to go in and buy more and gamble. And, like, honestly, that's fine. There isn't a problem with it, unless you're a 10-year-old. That's where the problems start to come in.
Me spending my allowance on CSGO cases when I was 13.
Yeah, like, loot boxes like this have been around for a long time. The pushback only really changed when the things that were being put in these loot boxes actually made you better at the game.
Not only that, but like I think CSGO was a big Kickstarter for it. A lot of like CSGO trading sites and stuff like that. People were getting scammed out of money.
Yeah, but CSGO also like had the game itself was pretty much geared towards like teens, adults, and stuff. But now that we're getting into like Fortnite. And
none of the stuff
Warzone.
makes you better in those games, though, which is like what a lot of kids
like what I'm
play.
saying though is it's not about the gameplay. It's about this addiction of gambling, and about how if you give this idea to a kid that there's something rare in there, if they spend enough money, they will do it. And is that
like
ethical?
The prospect of $2,000 as a 13-year-old seemed kind of juicy to me, so that's why I did it. I was like, if I unbox this really nice knife, I'll be rich. I'll be able to buy myself a new computer.
Oh yeah, because there was like the online market.
Oh yeah, CSGO knives, and like the
CS
online
knives
market
are
trading.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's where it really started to lead into like really weird territory.
Yeah, like I bought a knife when I was like 13 on CS. It was like something like 300 Canadian, and I just kept on flipping it, and I eventually like just keep on gathering more items as I traded my knife to knife, and eventually like I had I think $600 in my inventory as like a 14-year-old, and I sold all of it, and I just bought Steam games. So like I was pretty pissed because like I bought GTA 5, but I couldn't run it on my computer up until like I got my new computer like 2 years ago. So it was kind of just sitting there, and I was really pissed off for what I did. But whatever, I got money out of it in the long run.
I think like the deepest I ever got into CS:GO was watching knife unboxing videos and like watching people like on their streams whipping these things open, and like it's crazy because I used to have friends who were really into it, and like the actual skin on the knife is important, and it's really crazy because how the skin on the knife works is there's like a PNG for how the skin looks.
Yeah.
And it just applies it to the knife, but it doesn't always apply it to the same place. So there's this one palette that's like got red, blue, green, blue, and white on it. And if you only get like a certain combination of colors on the knife, it's worth more.
Yeah.
So like if you have your knife and it's like red on one side and yellow on the other, you could sell that for like $1,000, and it's nuts.
Yeah, the flip. What's it? Fades. I had a flip knife fade. And it was like considered 110% because like literally what made it more expensive than the traditional one was when you look at the knife where you see the handle attached to the blade, that was colored. Normally it would just be gray, but mine was colored all the way down, so that made it like an extra $100 more or something like that, which is absolutely stupid.
That's fucking hilarious.
And then like there's some knives even. There's like one, I can't remember what the name of it was now, but when you look at it, sometimes the pattern and the shapes would like be aligned differently, so that means you can end up with like a really weird pattern. So there's some people who would sell because it had like hearts all over it, or people who would sell theirs because it had a big dick on like the front and center when you're like playing like play side.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, because like when you hold the knife in CSGO, you kind of look like this. So you only see the top half of the knife. So details on the top half of the knife are worth more than details on the bottom half of the knife.
What the fuck?
Like, it's insane. There's like a knife appraisal.
I played so much League, so I was like never into like CS:GO or anything.
I
honestly
never got into
boxes for,
CS:GO, but this knife game is like nuts.
I remember like watching CS:GO a little bit because I'd watch like people talk over like surfing videos.
I used to do that.
And I'd be like, okay, sick. But I never played the game. I never really like got into loot boxes that much as a thing because League was just like buy point, buy skin.
Well, yeah, League didn't need loot boxes
rush
because
bot
for
lane.
you to get every character in the game, it costs almost $1,000.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
At least with CS, they made free to play now.
Yeah, and like, but like my thing with like League is like I play a lot of other MOBAs as well, and in my experience with Heroes of the Storm, where I actually have every hero, and I just bought them through like playing and like when they were on sale, and like I was pretty smart about it. I didn't have to spend a lot of money on this game to get every character in it.
Yeah.
And with League though, like 4 characters go on a 25% sale every 2 weeks.
No, they were pretty much like ripping people off from like season 1 to like
Now.
Because now like right when they switched to like the mystery chests and all that shit, and also like the different point system, it's so much easier.
Dude, League is just
But
a tough game to get into.
It's so
like there's a
tough.
program. Do you know what Blitz is?
Yeah.
So I had to discover Blitz, a literal program you install on your computer that plays like half the game for you. Because the game is so difficult to comprehend and put together all these little pieces that you need an external program to do it for you.
I have Blitz too. It's really good. All I use it for is just like seeing what rank other people are. And just like, yo, how many silvers I got on my team? Fuck. That's about it.
Alright, I think that's a pretty good place for us to wrap up for today.
Are we wrapping up?
It's just paraphrase. Don't go see movies. Pirate Tenet.
Movie bad.
And Venmo me money for my chronic illness that I've had
You-
since I was 1.
I don't even think there's Venmo in Canada, dumbass.
I know
We have
there's not.
e-transfer.
Also, League of Legends wants your money, and loot boxes are the devil.
And so do I want your money.
He
Give
really
me
wants your
money.
So this is probably going to be released
What?
Wednesday next week.
No, I don't
It's Wednesday
know.
next week, yeah.
Wednesday next week, yeah.